Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, Greg's Restorations. Today we're here with this 1959 Cadillac Ecto-1. We did a full mechanical restoration on this vehicle with some Restomod features. This vehicle is now sporting a LS2 V8 out of a 2006 Corvette with tons of goodies. We have been working on this car for the last 6 to 8 months. It got dropped off in the late fall of 2025, and we have done a ton of work on it. This project kind of snowballed on us. As these restoration projects do, everything takes twice as long or 5 times as long as you figure it would. But before we started working on the vehicle, this Cadillac was built by a shop in Florida. They did the exterior of this vehicle and they did all the accessories on it. The story goes, it was built for the red carpet premiere of the last 4th movie. It's Ghostbusters 4 Afterlife. And it was designed to go down the red carpet with the actors in it. But during COVID, they canceled the build of this vehicle and it was eventually sold to the Shays in Hubbardston, Mass. One of the things that the customer wanted to do with this car is they wanted to be able to drive it to events. They do a lot of charity stuff with this car to raise money. And we're having issues with trailering it. It's so big. The car needed a mechanical restoration. So that's when we came in. During these projects, there are more than one mad scientist behind the scenes working on this. I want to introduce Charlie Baker. He has been one of the lead techs on this project, working with me on it.
When Greg talked about doing this project, I said, let's do it. Has it been done? As you know, we do a lot of Land Cruisers. Honestly, went right to the internet to see what's available. Commercial chassis, not a lot available. We did have companies we found like PMT Fabrication, as Greg indicated. They were the ones that made the motor mounts. They were also the ones that pre-make an insert that you need, because one of the first things we had to look at is cutting the cross member. So already we knew we were going to be dealing with some pretty serious modification just in the front end. This was made for a movie, so it was not really designed for being just driving down the road. Pretty much all the switches, lights, all the functions were either completely inoperative or were just running off toggle switches. Along with that, they had made some structural repairs to the frame, just welding pieces of metal on. Confusing thing we hit was the wiring harness. It had been pieced together so many times from original, parts of it didn't exist, so just trying to figure out what was functional, what wasn't, pulling it all out, trying to get everything labeled so we at least had an idea where everything came from. As Greg said, we used a painless harness, which was great because we were able to set it up specific for us. A lot of those harnesses are laid out with tail lights, headlights, coil, ignition, all this stuff, so we at least had something to base it off of. At the same time, we got into all the additional lighting. Wasn't our original intention, we were gonna leave that alone. What we found out was mice had gotten into the headliner, chewed all the wires, so we had bare wire in there and everything else. So all of that wiring came out. We ended up putting in our own switched relay system, so everything's controlled off of relays, off a main switch. And then we started focusing on the motor and transmission. We have a mock-up block that we can use, so we set that in just to get a feel for where this whole thing was gonna sit. There's some pictures out there, people have put LSs in Cadillacs, not too many in a commercial application like this chassis is. One of the main things we found was that with this LS, coming out of the Corvette, the whole pulley system was too big to fit in here. So we went with the Holley mid-mount pulley system, which brought everything in closer, as well as have the whole thing fit. Everything we put in this now, you can replace. We didn't modify anything to the point that it's a one-off and nobody's gonna be able to do it. So that was important to us too, for the longevity and for the appearance.
The engine and drivetrain that was in it before was really tired. It had more oil under it than in it, as they say. It leaked out of every surface. The coolant system was leaking. The transmission slipped once it got hot. So we did this conversion for him so it could be turnkey. Everything in here has been fully modified, and we have also restored the engine bay to make it look like it belonged in there. The engine is a LS2 out of a 2006 Corvette, and it's mated up to a L465E automatic transmission. The commercial chassis versus the regular production car there was a lot of differences. So the whole front suspension was custom made. It is custom A-arms upper and lower, tubular A-arms upper and lower with coilovers. We also did a disc brake conversion on this car from Caddy Daddy. That was one of the parts that we were able to get for this that we didn't have to modify. We also had a custom radiator made by US Radiator with a electric fan setup. But when you pop the hood on this, it looks like it belongs here. And it also just turns key and drives down the road. We're doing like 60, 65 miles an hour in it, and it takes off. It goes very good. Another thing we did for safety is we upgraded the headlights to Holley Retro Brights. They're a modern LED headlight that is just like your modern day car. The original seal beam glass bulbs were very dim. It was 60s, 50s technologies. All the steering is custom. The engine brackets are custom. We got custom battery boxes in the front with Optima red tops in there. We've also done some paint restoration on this. We've also put new decals on it. Dakota Digital RTX series gauge cluster. So now you have all modern gauges, and the original gauge cluster, half the stuff didn't work. So it's nice to mate that up with the Restomod that we did. It also comes with a nice cool clock, retro sound system in it, which also powers a speaker on the roof so they can play music at events. One of the features we're going to be doing in the fall is upgrading the rear end in it. So the rear differential is original in this car. I believe it's a commercial chassis truck axle, I believe, in the rear, but it's very hard to get parts for. It's got a real unique drum brake setup on it, so we're going to do a modern rear axle with disc brakes and actually be able to get parts for it. So that'll be a side project from what we've been doing, but it's summer. The car runs and drives, and they got an event on Saturday, so they're going to be taking it to it. Driven anything that has gotten so much attention.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you get head turns on the Land Cruisers and stuff like that, but everybody recognizes this vehicle, you know. Yeah. And that's the thing, is like
they all have a story,
right?
Like every single one of them has a different story, or they want to.
I know it's hard because it's like, now that we've done this, we're probably never going to do another 59 LS swap, but if you're out there and want to do one, then we know how to do it.
Good to see you again.
Likewise.
It's been a little bit of time.
Absolutely.
Ben, when did you guys drop this off? In October?
Hey,
good to see you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Patrick, was it October or August?
August.
Yeah.
It's been stuck.
I won't say time has flown by, because it hasn't.
It has.
So it's really good to have it back.
Well, check out what we did.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. It's definitely a different transition than what you originally had.
Wait a minute. This is my car?
This is your car.
Now, you know those reality shows you see? And the people that have the transformation of the houses, and they walk in, they go, oh my God, and all this. And, well, truly, in the time frame that the car's been gone, you know, I literally have only seen her once. So this truly is a reveal. Now, Patrick's been over a couple of times, but I have not seen it. So it's hard to believe this is my car. So we're very, very happy to have it back. And when I gave it to you, and since that time, because we do a lot of tours here of the farm, and we've had a lot of people here, and they ask about the Ecto. And I always said, she's in the hospital. And they go, what do you mean? Well, she had a heart attack, and she had some stomach problems. So essentially we talked about the motor and the transmission. But like any other restoration, when you dig into it and you know what you're working with, you always find other things. So now the finish is like as smooth as a baby's ass. And under this hood, I'm not looking at that old monster that we had in there. And the whole idea that we can now drive it safely and long distances, you know, has made an incredible difference. And you know what I ended up with?
Dakota digital gauges.
But
wiring harness front to rear.
it was worth it.
You're gonna have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've been driving it all day today. We got over, I think about 150 miles on it right now.
Super.
It drives down the road like a dream. It floats like a Cadillac too.
The suspension was in such terrible shape that it was frankly dangerous to drive. Is that correct?
There's a lot of there was a few things on this that were
It was
dangerous.
made to show up at the premiere, and that was it. I don't think it was ever intended to drive
on a trailer, bring it to a show, and unload it.
Yeah.
It had all been patched and welded together. There were cracks in it, so yeah, it was. Had you continued to drive it, it would have been disastrous.
And you also mentioned when you pulled down the headliner that you found some really Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck stuff. Huh?
Well, it wasn't too bad, but the mice had gotten in there, and so it was all chewed up, bare wires, which, as you know, can cause fires. So we wanted to make sure you had a safe vehicle that you could drive anywhere
And enjoy.
and enjoy, and you're going to enjoy it.
So what do you think, son?
I could not be any happier. Once again, Greg, Charlie, you guys knocked it out of the park, which is, I mean,
Grand Slam home run.
Grand Slam. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things on this car, these headlights.
They're fantastic.
They're the Holley Retro Bright LED headlights. They're like modern, today's technology headlights versus those old seal beam. So like if you're driving this home late at night, you leave a show, you actually have modern headlights and they're like super
The
bright.
last time I drove it home late at night, I had a cruiser in front of me and a cruiser behind me from the locals because I told them the headlights weren't functioning properly.
Nothing worked on that.
So I got a police escort front and back. So it's going to be great to look forward to not having to worry about that. And I understand that there's a break-in period and we have every intention of using this for good purposes. As you guys know, we raise money for the Michael J. Fox Foundation and other causes. So everything we do has that in mind, and all the profits go to find a cure for that terrible disease. And then there are other things. For example, you asked me how quickly we're going to use it. This Saturday, we're literally taking it downtown, and there's the once a year fair, and we're going to have the car out, and we're going to offer people the opportunity to get their picture taken with the car and with props. And this particular cause is going to be for our town has the first meeting house going back to the 1780s, and we're in the process of restoring that. And so all of the donations that day is going to go for that. So this is going to give me the opportunity to use it in much more ways than I could have ever hoped to use it before. So it was worth the wait. It's not the first vehicle you've done for me. It's not the second vehicle you've done for me.
Probably like the 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Sixth vehicle. How about that? Yeah.
My thoughts are that it probably won't be the last.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, if I want to stay married, that may be the case, but you never know. I have a very, very understanding bride. So, and the idea that this puts smiles on people's faces, life is too short. And there's so many things going on that people will smile and they remember, they have good memories and stuff like that. And you're creating new memories.
we had I bet you it was 50 photos taken of it today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everywhere we stopped, there was.
you haven't had a chance to really drive this out on the road.
I have not, no, but I'm looking forward to
Be
it.
prepared for people to pull over in front of you, jump out of their car, and start trying to film you.
And I always put aside an hour to get gas.
Yeah. People wave, they smile. It's just amazing. Like the number and the varied types of people, just big waves, yelling, want to take pictures, driving
Everybody
by.
relates. Yeah.
Everybody knows this car. You know,
Generational movie.
and that's kind of what we were saying. We do a lot of different things, but this everybody knows this car.
Yeah, personality.
They might not- exactly. You know.
One of the nice things too is you have your actual radio inside the car, and there's a switch to turn on the speaker on the roof. So you can actually listen to the radio while you're driving, and then you have a speaker in your dash, so you can actually listen to the radio while you enjoy driving it.
And the clock works.
And the clock works.
Man, they didn't have this in 1959 when I was 14 years old. Huh? It's got a friggin' tachometer.
Yeah, tachometer now.
I love the rumble.
Yeah, it sounds really nice. Got the dual stainless exhaust
Are
on
you
it.
telling me that unlike any other car I ever got, you delivered this with 7/8 of a tank of gas?
We didn't want to run out. We want to make sure, yeah, we want to make sure it has fuel in it.
There's an extra 80 bucks you had to put into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I said to Patrick, are we going to be able to drive this to Kimball's
Oh, God,
for
yes.
cruise night?
Yep.
Are we going to be able to drive it to Worcester for an
Yes.
appearance?
Yep.
And he said, yeah. Are we going to be able to drive it to Portland, Maine for an appearance up there for the Sea Dogs? And he said, yep.
I believe you can.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah.
so what I recommend doing is keep your bullseye like when you first start driving this, keep your like
Yeah, gotcha, radius.
Your
Yeah.
radius. So like first time you're gonna take it out. I mean, you take it out today, but you're gonna go to the center of Hubbardston on Saturday.
Yeah.
The next time, take it to Worcester, and then take it to Kimball's the next time after that. Just get a good feel for the car,
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's still kind of in braking mode. We've put a couple, maybe 100 miles.
Yeah,
on it so
just
far.
about.
So it's still in like I wouldn't say like remission, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
had a
it's
massive
on its
heart.
shakedown cruise.
Yeah.
Greg,
Awesome. Welcome.
you couldn't have done a better job.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Enjoy your new
And you had
product.
the right man working on it.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
Really,
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to do this for you.
You guys are gonna have to go take it for a ride.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters!